And I honestly just concluded that I'm not willing to perform for the algorithm to get views. And I think what really helped me to come back the final time was learning the difference between humiliation and vulnerability. You know, one gets you attention and one connects you to those around you. Hello cuties, welcome back to our sacred garden. And if you are new here, then hi, I'm Shavion, and we're just gonna dive right in. As someone who's been surrounded by creative, non-creative people their whole life, this channel has really become the outlet my soul always needed. And by creative, non-creative, I mean people who fall into the starving artist archetype, not because they can't afford to eat, but because their desperation to survive in the system has drained them of any energy that could go towards creating something meaningful. Now, I'm not saying everyone should quit their jobs and create instead, even though I love nothing more than that. I know it's not realistic, but what is realistic is leaving your 9 to 5 at your 9 to 5 and coming home to live for you, not corporate, not your boss, not even your coworkers. But there's also this sort of embarrassment that comes with being a creative. There's many reasons why, to be honest, but I feel like the largest issue lies in the power of going viral nowadays. A lot of people are way too eager to completely throw away their identity and self-respect for clicks, shares, and views. And the sad part is, all of this actually worked. I even laughed at the clips myself. But once I reflected on this, I could see why a lot of people have a fear of being seen online. Because most of the time, it's equated with being cringe or humiliated, which really seems as spiritually exhausting as that meaningless 9 to 5. Before I found my own flow of content creation, I honestly thought that I had to be like the bigger streamers and humiliate myself for views or do fake pranks and stuff. Because like, yeah, I am naturally a very silly person, but I would definitely say my desire to make people laugh is not nearly as grand as my desire to inspire people and find deeper meaning. And I honestly just concluded that I'm not willing to perform for the algorithm to get views, which made me put down YouTube so many times because I'm like, bro, nobody even wants to watch the type of content that I want to make. So there's just no point of me being on here. But I'm really happy that that small little calling in the back of my head never really went away. Like, I never felt like YouTube is my end game, but I've always felt like it's supposed to be a part of my path. And I think what really helped me to come back the final time was learning the difference between humiliation and vulnerability. You know, one gets you attention and one connects you to those around you. And once I kind of understood that, I understood that me bringing my authenticity would generate the audience that is meant for me. I don't have to clip farm and chase a viral moment to feel successful in the things that I'm doing. So this is me, a small creator, consistently showing up, even though mainstream may deem the type of content that I make as not entertaining and that I'm just fucking yapping. As long as I feel inspired after every video that I make, that's honestly all that matters to me now. And I'm gonna bring one of my favorite questions to ask my collective, and that is, what would I be doing if I knew I'd be met with unconditional support from the world? I ask this question so you can begin to be honest about what desires you're suppressing because you are afraid of the judgment that you'll receive. So as we go through each layer of this video, I want you to kind of unpack that, and by the end, figure out how you can stand in your most authentic creative expression.
Tell him what you told me.
What is this? What's happening?
Tell him what you told me.
My wife's still alive. She went into remission 10 years ago.
What did you do today?
Oh, I pooped on a really awesome toilet I found. Oh!
Don't use your dead wife as an excuse. You shit on my toilet because you don't know your place, and your place is nothing. So next time you stumble onto a toilet that feels too good for your ass, trust me, it is.
Wait, before Shay kicks me out, if you would like to dive deeper into the things that I talk about in my videos, then check out my Ko-fi, where I post different worksheets to go along with each video. Your support means the absolute world to me. Yeah, but I gotta go. We all have gifts that we're born with or have developed, but when you allow fear to control your actions, you block the blessing that is you. I don't know when caring and trying started being associated with being cringe, but can we like take that and throw that in the trash? Because it is just such a limiting belief, bro. Like, I think we forget that people seeing you try and succeeding is inspiring, because it's like, well, if they can do it, I know that I can definitely do it. But when you aren't even giving yourself the chance to do anything, you're just feeding that collective doubt mentality when you hold yourself back so much. There are certain people that you can reach that I cannot reach, that you need to be inspiring, because I can't inspire them. They aren't watching my content. But if you go after your dreams and you make your shit happen, they'll be able to see that and be like, okay, hey, maybe I can do better for myself. And I don't know, I just think we miss the fact that we're just all so connected, and that vulnerability and willingness to be your authentic self, it really feeds that connection. I think we kind of have to assess like, what influences in my life have taught me that keeping my desires quiet keeps me safe. Like, I know for me personally, I used to be the loudest bitch in my school, like, I kid you not, but I was honestly deeply bullied for that shit. In high school though, I didn't give a fuck. I'm like, bro, I got way too much shit going on, I need somewhere to let it all out. But then after high school, you know, starting to grow into my adulthood, there's honestly a lot of cringe associated with being like more like silly, goofy, expressive. You know, a lot of adults see that as like cringy behavior, childish behavior, like you need to just sit down, like relax. Like, that is the gist that I've been getting since becoming an adult. And honestly, it made me feel like I really needed to water down my personality a lot, because I didn't want to cringe people out. And then on top of that, I'm a full grown adult that's also a small creator. Like, people seeing me like try to become a content creator is so embarrassing sometimes, or it used to be so embarrassing sometimes. I know that people like to judge. They're probably like, why doesn't she just focus on excelling her real career? But at the end of the day, I cannot be bothered with those type of thoughts when I am so deeply rooted in my work, when I'm so deeply rooted in my creative expression. Like, it genuinely feeds me. Doing this feeds my soul. Like, it feeds me on a very deep level that nobody could ever make me feel ashamed for doing what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, we just have to release these societal expectations to do what the norm is. I could go on a whole tangent about how ridiculous societal norms are, and like how easily swayed our society is depending on who is in power at that time period. But I'm gonna save that for another time. But just know, this system that was never created to support a soul like yours should never be what is limiting you, should never be what is holding you back, okay? You are so much more than all of this bullshit, I promise you. Okay? And let's clock some more tea.
There's a Rick that held a factory hostage after murdering his boss and several co-workers. The factory made cookies, flavored them with lies. He made us all take a look at what we were doing, and in the bargain, he got a taste of real freedom. We captured that taste, and we keep giving it to him so he can give it right back to you in every bite of new Simple Rick Freedom Wafer Selects. Come home to the unique flavor of shattering the grand illusion. Come home to Simple Rick.
When your need to create becomes greater than your fear of being cringe, you'll know it's time to nourish what's trying to be birthed through you. I feel like this section is about really figuring out what that calling is in the back of your head and then evaluating it. You know, it's best to figure out what you can continuously give that is both fruitful and fulfilling, because you want to make sure the work that you are doing fulfills you and fuels you, but also heals others. Because I really feel like if it doesn't do both, then it's probably capitalism. And I know there's no possible way to like completely get out of capitalism, or like at least I don't know of a way to completely get out of capitalism. But if we do not begin to pave ways in the system that nourishes us and our communities, like who will? It's still a little difficult for me to speak on this point because it's still more of like an idea and feeling than something that I can completely intellectualize. And I don't know, I just think it's good to be aware of your why and what it's actually providing for you. Is it just another layer of capitalism that you're going to be unfulfilled in, or is it something that is freeing you from that and actually taking you to true fulfillment?
You can't stop me from loving who I love, Mom. Oh, the shit I can't. I'm gonna mother you until your 18th birthday, even if I get thrown in prison for non-consensual mothering. And even then, I will break out, come to your house, kick down your door, and mother your fucking face out of your stupid asshole. I'm gonna daughter your brains out, bitch.
The process isn't supposed to make sense. Just let the art come through you. I think this is so important as a creative because we're so used to making smart goals and rationalizing everything. But honestly, you really need to swap rationalizing your dreams with belief in yourself, because smart goals are for surviving and dreaming is for evolving. You cannot put a lid on your dreams. You cannot make sense of something that is supposed to take you out of your current reality, that's supposed to take multiple people out of their current reality and create miracles. You cannot make sense of a miracle. You can do your manifestation work, you can do your vision board, you can do all of that stuff, but at the end of the day, it's gonna come through how it's supposed to come through.
All I said to myself beforehand, I want to write a song with a great bass hook, you know, and I just let it go, really. And then several days later, you know, you know, the whole
Where did that come from?
From above. See, the thing is, artists seem to get in the way of the music. Get out of the way of the music. You know, don't write the music. Let the music write itself.
What's going through your mind when you're dancing?
Not thinking. Thinking is the biggest mistake a dancer could make. You have to feel.
I just feel like that constant like trying to like make sense of everything and like perfect things really keeps you from ever sharing your work. You know what I'm saying? Like you will never put out that video that you think needs a few more edits, or you'll never put out that art piece that's still, that you say is still in its ugly phase, even though somebody else may look at it and be like, damn, like this shit is looking good as fuck. Like share it, bro. Share it. It may not be perfect to you, but it could be exactly what someone needs to see in this moment. I don't think that this video is perfect, and I'm filming it right now. That last point, I'm like, bro, that you really did not convey that well, but the person that is meant to get something from it will. And if you can look at my content and my creations and be like, damn, like this really resonated with me, Shay, like you are genuinely amazing, a random stranger on the goddamn internet, why can't you look at yourself and say the same thing? Somebody who has equal value. Maybe I am just actually acting on the things that you want to act on, but we're not so different, bro. Y'all hear the stories that I be sharing with y'all. We be going through the same shit half the time. So it's like, why couldn't you share your art? You know, if I can do it, you can do it. And that's why I do the things that I can do to prove to other people and to inspire other people that they can do it as well. For me, that's honestly always been my biggest motivation. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, bro, that's just another human. Like, why could I not go the heights that they are going? I just know that it takes consistency, it takes dedication. Just because it feels difficult to start doesn't mean that you should just accept defeat. Like, nah, put on those big boy pants, watch motivational videos, watch other small creators grow. Like me seeing other small creators, I always go back and check. I'll see them at 10K, then 20K, then 50K. I'm like, all right, bro. All right, Shay, like keep going, because your big break is coming and yours is coming. Keep that belief in yourself. Belief is like the number one thing that you want to have when you are chasing your dreams. Belief is supposed to be irrational. Belief is supposed to be rooted in something that you just do not understand. There is just something so sacred about believing in yourself and believing in the things that you do. And I know that we live in a sacredless, loveless, numb world. But again, be the change that you would like to see and allow yourself to believe.
His name is Simple Rick, but he's no dummy. He realized long ago that the greatest thing he'd ever create was his daughter.
I love Daddy!
We captured that moment. We run it on a loop through Simple Rick's mind. And the chemical that makes his brain secrete goes into every Simple Rick Simple Wafers wafer cookie. Come home to the impossible flavor of your own completion. Come home to Simple Rick.
Yeah, bro. You don't have to subject yourself to these humiliation rituals to be seen. And when you are being seen, it's not cringe. It's not cringe to try. It's inspiring. It's motivating. And your belief in yourself is what's going to get you across the finish line 9 times out of times. 9 times out of times. Lord have mercy. Let me... 9 times out of 10. 9 times out of 10, your belief in yourself is going to get you across the finish line. So believe in yourself. Know that you can do it. Know that you are worthy. Know that you are deserving. Know that your creation needs to be seen. Your voice needs to be heard. Your heart needs to be felt. Check out the description if you would like to download the worksheet that goes with this video. It's just there to help you go deeper into the things that I spoke on. And also, if you would just like to support the channel, I really appreciate it. But yes, that is all I have for y'all today. Like the video if you enjoyed. Share it with someone that you think it may benefit, and leave a comment about the projects that you are excited to be working on. If you have made it this far, cuties unite in the chat. Comment a orange emoji and a paintbrush emoji. And if you haven't subscribed already, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the cutie gang. Check the description if you would like the audio version of this, to check out my Pinterest, and if you would like to get access to the worksheet in our Discord. But yes, I think that is all. I love you, cutie, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
This is not real. It's just